Hey, well, who's there right there? Eye for an eye. What up? Eye for an eye. Oh, check this out. Eye for an eye. Yesterday there was a homie from Pomona right here, and yeah, there was a little symbol next to his smiley face. You have that same little symbol, so I guess it's a common thing. But anyways, yeah, what's up, man? Let's wait for a few people to tune in. Looks like we got a couple people here. 3 likes already. Shit, hey, that's pretty good, right? Hey, check it out, man. Today's Confession Sunday. Time to come clean, right? You know, there's a lot of people here on social media with their little white lies. So we're going to make today the day that we confess and come clean. But anyways, people, so we got 3 people here right now, so let's hold up just a little bit more. Actually, who's here right now? I see Eye for an Eye. And there's old boy from, see, there it is. The homie Pomona's in the house again. SGV, you already know. Vallero, baby. Check it out, homie. I was just speaking on you right now. Pomona, nothing bad, homie. But Eye for an Eye has the same little emblem that you have right there. Hey, what's up? Güero, homie? How you doing? But yeah, so I figured it out. I thought maybe it was a special little emblem that you're putting right there. Hey, what's up? Orale salud. That's too tipsy. And then we got Andrew right there. What's cracking? High Power Fitness? Ain't nothing cracking but the motherfucking crack pipes. Perito. Hey, you know how I got to get down here. Hello, good evening from Sacramento. Hey, what's up? What's up with Sacra? You already know. Much love and respect to everybody out there in Sacra. What's up, everybody? Who is that right there? That's Eye for an Eye right there. You got some custom writing right there, Eye for an Eye. Here in Saludos from Salinas. Hey, that's what's up. Saludos to Salinas and all the real ones out there. You already know, man, I got a lot of love coming out from Salinas. Hey, yes, all day, Holmes. Thank you. You already know my boy Salas in the house. That's what's up. Oh, that's Eye for an Eye. Salas in the house. Yeah, you already know Eye for an Eye. I be getting a lot of support from the homies from out there. You know what I mean? Whether people like it or not, it is what it is. You know what I mean? You give what you get when you come over here on social media. You come like a fool, you're going to get treated like a fool. Show love from Phoenix. Hey, that's what's up, man. Much love to Phoenix, baby. Phoenix, Arizona's in the house. Hey, I'll be heading back out that way soon, too. You know what I mean? I actually got to meet up with a team member that lives out there. Hey, I love your videos, but I'm going to the hospital soon. Hey, I hope everything's all good, homie. I have a fever and I can't watch my phone. There, I hope you don't give up. Bye. Never that, my G. Who is this right here? Dear 2014? Nah. Absolutely not. I'm going to keep on pulling up day in, day out. You know what I mean? If you get a chance, you know what I mean? Tap in whenever you can. You know what I mean? I wish you the best of luck. Just stay positive. You know what I mean? Listen to what they tell you over there. Stay away from the Warichi. Just getting my clown out. But anyway, Andrew, dear, get well. Okay, that's what's up, I guess. Danny Trejo, cuz. Who's Danny? Oh, am I Danny Trejo's cuz? Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not too sure what that means right there, G. But yeah. So anyways, gente, you know, we got 41 people in the house. We got 12 likes. I'm starting to recognize the likes right there. I never really paid attention to that, but somebody had brought it to my attention. Yeah, so today's Confession Sunday, baby. You know what I mean? If you guys got anything on your chest that you need to get off your chest, get it off. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what up, OG? I'm in Vegas, homie. Was hoping to run into you out here. Any recommendations to visit food advice? Go to Vegas Boulevard in Bonanza Avenue, carnal. There's a lunch truck you cannot go wrong with. Bomb-ass food. And get the red salsa. I usually buy about 40 of them to bring home. Bomb. I mean, order the lengua, the carnitas, the pollo, whatever you want is all good there, homie. Really, really good. To me, that's the best right there. Other than the Golden Corral, you know, over there off of Lamb Street in Charleston. And then they got the Blue Bell Cafe, which is also good off of Charleston. Everything's off of Charleston over there. You could go over there. There's even another steakhouse, but they're a little costly right there at that steakhouse, homie. But yeah, some good places right there. Thoughts on Wes Watson? That pendejo fucked up, didn't he? You know, those are my thoughts. He's always trying to prove himself. You know what I mean? Hey, he created a character. That's one thing you can't knock that man for, okay? He created a character. He fooled his fucking audience, and he still has his audience that still support him to the fullest. He became rich. But I believe he came rich too fast where he didn't know how to handle it. And he actually started living that character that he created for himself. And, you know, he got into a wreck, man. And, you know, no matter how you look at it, what he did is wrong. You know what I mean? But I believe a lot of his behavior stems because of enhancing drugs. You know what I mean? That's what they say. But you know, when you involve enhancement drugs with other drugs, you know, that's a deadly combination. We all know that, especially people that, you know, come from our backgrounds where, you know, we get our backyard boogie on, and, you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. So let's see here. What we got right here? Yo, there, lizard stalking you. Oh, that's my boy right there. He got my back, homie. Yeah, that's my trademark, I guess. Someone asked me I should just do it in the backyard right here where I do my thing, and I said, "Fuck it, might as well." You know what I mean? This is where I started off at. I'm liked and subscribed. Okay, I hope I get better so I can watch more of your videos. You'll get better, G. You know what I mean? Just like I said, follow through with whatever the doctor's saying and question everything. Ask questions. Don't be a fool and not ask questions. If you feel something's not right, ask them. You know what I'm saying? That's your right. Friendly, remember, it's very important to stay up on top of hydration. Absolutely. I have my water bottles right here. I have my Wadichi. You know what I mean? I stay hydrated all day. What's up, fool? Hey, what's up? Who's that cheeseburger, huh? Hey, you know what? I used to have a homeboy, we used to call him cheeseburger. What's up? Hey, what's up, Papa's here? You back, huh? Cuvo Mouse. Okay, hey, I give you that permission, now you could call me Mouse. Just don't call me late for dinner, homie. Greetings, dude. Loco. Who's this? Lesbones? I don't know. I'm not sure what your name is, homie, but shout out from British Columbia. Hey, that's what's up, man. Shit, shout out to British Columbia. I'm telling you, man, I've been reaching some far out places, you know, places I've never even seen or, you know, heard of. But yeah, it's just coming through, baby. You know what I'm saying? Been trolling, but really hurting. Mental health, lonely, limited resources. Okay. Let's see right here. I'm trying to play catch up. Yeah, but you know what? At the end of this video, I do have a confession to you guys. At the end of this live, before we bounce, I got a confession. I got to come clean with you guys. You know what I mean? Because believe every last person that comes out here on social media has been fucking living a white lie. You know what I mean? Straight up. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna keep it real and 100% with you guys. You've been to Wood Ranch? No, Wood Ranch. It sounds familiar, G, but you know what? I don't know if I have or haven't, or if maybe that was if you're asking somebody else. So, yeah, Chino. Hey, too sure, OG. Thanks. Hey, what's up, Chino? I sends my boy. You already know. My boy be supporting me right there, man. Much love is appreciated, my boy. I really appreciate that. Hey, who's this right here? Hey, Kanad, I don't know who shot me that right there, but that is highly appreciated, Kanad. You know what I mean? Hey, like I said, I believe it. I could be wrong, but it says Michael, I think. Michael Hammett Holmes. It's your name is all crunched together, my G, so my bad for not pronouncing it right. But hey, gracias, my boy. I really appreciate that. Gracias, whoever it is. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I've came across addressing certain individuals and they turn out that it was a female instead of a male. It's my bad, though. You know what I mean? Like I said, I got a confession at the end of this live, and, you know, congratulations on your channel's growing success. You have a lot of support outside of California and from people who have never served prison time. Keep up the great job. Hey, you know what? That's real talk, G. You know what I mean? I've been so, you know, humble about the way I've been going about things right here on social media. I don't discriminate against anybody. You know what I mean? I show love to everybody. I don't care what background you come from. You know what I mean? You come with respect. You conduct yourself as a professional in an adult way. Hey, you're accepted by me. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna strike you for your what profession you're from. You know what I mean? But so I'm just gonna leave it as that, because if any of you were to ever sign up to my fitness program, you would get to meet some of the team members right there. You would trip out on who's part of my team, man. I got lawyers on there. You know what I mean? I got real estate agents, car salesmen. I got all kinds of different professions. I got military men, all kinds of different people. You know, it's been a blessing. Real talk, man. But what's the word, Theo? The word is mockingbird. No, the word is thunderbird. Hey, but what's up, my boy, the winter, huh? Let's see who we have right here. Hey, but gracias once again for that dub that you shot me, man. I really appreciate that. Marshall, mean, Combron, huh? Combron. Hey, what's up? What's up? I see somebody. Do you see three flowers? No, I used to use 3 flowers back in the day. Do you see three flowers? Hey, tres flores. I used to use it. Oh, do you use three flowers? No, you know what, carnal? I still have a tub of it in my cabinet. And every now and then, because I like the way it smells, homie, I'll push it aside. They say it's bad for you. Maybe that's what caused my thinning in my hair. You know what I mean? For doing it for years. But I like the scent of it, homie. So, I put just a little bit on the side. You know what I mean? Nothing to paste down my hair or anything like that. Because I like the smell of it, homie. That Tres Flores that's some OG shit right there. Graduated his statue to means Watson. Graduated his status to Miss Watson. I'm not sure what you mean by that one, homie. Something about Wes Watson. I'm here to ask your opinion on Muslims and global jihad. I'm not really. I don't have no familiar background with that, other than doing time with the Muslims. And the Muslims that I've done time with behind the walls, they were very how should I say? They were very respectful, and they just did their own thing. They really minded their own business. You know what I mean? As far as out here in the real world, I really don't keep up with that, G. So if I were to speak on it, I would be, talking out the side of my neck. So I'm not even going to address that. But yeah, if that question was directed to me, that's the way I feel. Hello from Nashville. Hey, Nashville, Tennessee's in the house, man. Shit, that's what's up. Hello, sir. Hey, what's up? Hello, sir. Said hi. Who said hi right here? Somebody said hi. Yeah, it gets a little hard right here for me to read, but it's all good though. Nashville in the house. That's what's up. We got right here difference between Catholics and Christians. Me personally, you know what I mean? I can't really. There's a difference the way they carry themselves. I tell you that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest with you. When I see Christians, and I mean this in the most respectful way, the holy rollers, they're very chipper. They're very happy. And I've came across some Catholics that are like, man, they just look like they're mad at the world. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that they're bad persons, but it's just they conduct themselves differently. You know what I mean? That's from what I've seen on that, my G. So the difference, I really couldn't tell you. That's the only difference I would see. I mean, we all praise the same God. You know what I mean? At least I think we do. I hope we do. High Power Fitness. Have you ever met Toker from Brownside? You know what? I've never met him on a direct basis. We've crossed paths in the system back in the day, but this was before social media. You know what I mean? Yeah, but as far as me kicking it and chopping it up with them, no, because in the condado you tend to cross paths with everybody. You know what I mean? It could be for just a couple nights and then bounce. You know what I mean? Sometimes we get caught up in the same holding tank, especially going through 9500. But yeah, I've crossed paths with homie once before, and I believe it was going through the Wayside system. I'm more than sure that's where I seen him. It might have been going through the transfer, because that's where you tend to run into a lot of homies. See, back in the day when we would go through the processing and get transferred, we used to get our roam on. You know what I mean? They would send us to a cell, and they really had no control over the inmates that were in there. So we would get our roam on and go see who's in which cell and all that. You know what I mean? And that's why I used to say it was like one big party over there. Man, you'd get lost over there sometimes. Though, you from Texas, homie? I don't know if that question is directed to me, my G, but no, I'm not from Texas. I'm from Southern Cali, baby. The San Gabriel Valle, El Monte. If you're referring to me, okay. So that was, who was that? Mikhail 20 Wolas. Hey, I really appreciate that, carnal. I really appreciate that. Your thing just came up right there. Next time you're in the Phoenix area, come out to Mesa for some great food on me. I appreciate the positive vibe. Hey, I got you, my boy. I'll lock it in. Hey, when I'm out there in Phoenix, keep an eye on my story, because I'm always posting, and this is the reason why I do this. Even though a lot of people, they don't understand why they do that. They think that I'm bragging and boasting. No, I'm sharing my life on what I do today from what I used to do in the past. I like to share with people, the beauties of nature out there in the world. You know what I mean? And it's all right here in the United States. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, my G, when I'm out there in Phoenix, tap in with me. I'll make my announcement, and then hey, let me know, my G. I'll remember you for sure, man. Just definitely, yeah. I would love to meet you. You know what I mean? Hello from Bosnian, middle of Europe. Oh shit, that's what's up. My Euro homies are in the house right here. That's what's up. Hey, I send mine to all you guys out there, man. You guys are doing your thing too. Shout out from Santa Barbara. Hey, Santa Barbara, man, that's a beautiful town out there. You know, I remember going there one time. There was this restaurant, I think it was right there by State Street, called Sambo's. I stood in the hotel right there, just right around the corner. It was different back then. It's way different now. It's closed off and shit. They got everything blocked off. It's really tourist down, but it was tourist down back then too. But I remember I ate at that place. The food was bomb, but for some reason, man, it fucked me up the next day though. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know, I don't even think that place exists anymore though. Can you be jacked at 250? If you're jacked at 250 pounds, my G, you have to be doing what Wes Watson's doing. Straight up. Unless you're genetically inclined. You know what I mean? Because there are those people that are jacked. I mean, and they hold their weight well. You know, I met a man. I'm going to tell you one thing right there. When I was up north doing time, there was this one brother. He was an albino. This dude had the most perfect built on him. He was like a professional bodybuilder, and he was all natural. You know what I mean? All he ate was spreads and whatever the state provided for him. But he was huge. They called him Red. This dude had like yellow eyes and stuff. He was all white with red hair and shit. He was an albino. That dude was like a monster. Yeah, but yeah, you could be jacked at 250. Don't you not necessarily have to be like Wes Watson, but most of the time, people that are carrying around that weight and they're jacked, they're usually indulging with enhancement drugs. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Lenny Williams, hello. What's up? What's up? Okay, we see you right there. I think I already told you what's up right there, my boy. Wes Watson lost a lot of size. Of course he did. He's going through a stress mode right now. You know what I mean? And he ain't got his how should I say, his vitamins, what he considers vitamins. You know what I'm saying? Real question: what's the difference between Mexicans and Peru Indians? I couldn't tell you, my G. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we're all human race. You know, as far as me, it's going to be cultures, you know what I mean? The way people grow up, their dialect and all that stuff. That's basically the only difference I see. Other than that, we're all part of a human race. You know, I don't look at people differently. I mean, when I was younger, I used to look at people different. Not anymore. You know what I mean? It's just wrong. What's the best sector of trucking? What's the best sector of trucking? You know what? I drove trucks for many years, G. I'll tell you one thing. What's a good job if you're not bullshitting here, Mr. Papas? Go get into the concrete industry. They pay good. That was the last gig I used to do. I used to haul bottom dumps. I used to pull bottom dumps and deliver gravel and all that. They get paid really good. Eye for an eye. You got Go Toes. Go Toes. What's up with Go Toes? Go Toes right here on the live. If you are my boy, you already know my G. I sends mine. Yeah, I was just chopping it up with him earlier. How long you have the stash? The stash? This little thing. I've had this all my life, my G. I think that's what you're talking about. Bro, are you Gen X? Hey, you know what? When people ask me stuff like that, Gen X, straight up Gen X. Hey, gracias, eye for an eye. That stuff is all new to me, people. Gen X, this and all, millenniums, all that shit I don't keep up to date with that stuff, man. And I'm keeping it real with you guys. But hey, good looking out, eye for an eye, straight up, I'm Gen X. Okay, I'm going to have to remember that one, you know what I mean? My Theo used to drink pint Thunderbird, rest in peace. Hey, I'm telling you, Thunderbird, homie, it was like $2. You could get a big old bottle of that stuff back in the day, $2.25. And then you buy those little, them ices. That's exactly what they were called. They were frozen ices. They mix it together. That shit was bomb, fool. You know what I mean? That was a drink. That was a Ghetto Fabulous drink right there. Gotta be chill until they're majority. Let's see here. Hello from Michigan. Hey, what's up, Michigan? I sends mine to Michigan. That's what's up. My step pops used to use Tres Flores. You know what? I think everybody's used Tres Flores, man. It's coming from my generation, and before that, that was like the popping fucking. Not only was it a grease for your hair, it was actually a cologne, just about. You know what I mean? That smells good, man. Reminds me of him. Tres Flores reminds me of him. Rest in peace, OG. Shit, for real. Fucks up. Hey, that's real talk, my G. Hey, Chino, it does. It fucks up the pillowcases, right? It leaves a big old stain on them, G. It really does, homie. Yeah, you already know, my G. So, hey, buenas tardes, coach. Who is, hey, there's one of my team members right there. That's one of my elite team members right there. My boy, he's there up in age. He went and chiseled down and got himself a six-pack. Hey, we're waiting to get you back, though, to get you that extra level. Omar, I mean, Adrian, that's what's up. Like I said, that's one of my team members right there. Matthew Flannery said hi. What's up, Matthew? All right, so what's up, homies? Sock check. I'm watching Blood In, Blood Out. I'm on a sick. You on a sick one, fool? You better watch that shit, homie. Ace. I know what it's like to be on the sick ones, G. But yeah, hey, hopefully you could overcome that, carnal. I'm hoping you're just bullshitting. You know what I mean, bro? You look like you make the best salsa verde. I don't know if you're talking to me, G, but I could cook. You know what I mean? I could chop it up. That I can. Food you never get tired of. Add a Q&A sticker. Food you never get tired of. What the hell? What was that? You know, I keep on hitting buttons on my phone that be popping up. I don't know what they're for, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You ever meet a homie named John Foster from, what's that, Coachella? You know, homie, as far as names right here, my G, I met a lot of people during my time. I really am better with faces. Let's just put it that way. So as far as me agreeing to a name, I couldn't agree. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't know if it would be really appropriate to agree with the name here on social media unless I know for a fact that it's okay. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there's a good possibility I might have ran across him in the system. If he was a person in the system all the time, because I was always in and out of the system, homie. I was on that installment plan, that lifer installment plan. How much do you charge for the fitness program? Hey, Papas, you know, if you get on the horn with me, my G, see, I'm going to keep it real with you. I have 3 different programs, G. You know what I mean? I got a 3-month, a 6-month, and a 1 year. You know, I got you the one where you can lose up to 30 pounds of fat in 90 days. I got you the one where you get dialed in, and then I got you the one that gets you elite, ripped, and fit, okay? That's where you take it to the extreme level. But I adjust the price of the program according to what you need done to your body. You may not need a whole lot of work required, my G. So what I do is I'll revise your program and I will prorate the cost of it. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to charge you for something that you don't need, G. So that's why it's important to hop on the horn with me. You know what I'm saying? Interview my next players. Okay, greetings from Denver. Hey, what's up? Denver's in the house right here. That's what's up. Hey, OG, would you teach the young homies to handle their candle or just run their mouth and gossip? Real question, because what I see on the YouTube yada nowadays. Hey, you know what, Kanad? You know, I actually do contribute a lot of my time to risks at youth. You know, one of the homies from the barrio had reached out to me and asked me if I could pull up to this school, and I was going to get a contract with them. You know what I mean? But it didn't go through. But what I do was I did do a lot of volunteer time for the kids at risk, and I let them know, G, you know what I mean, the real deal of this type of life and what to expect out of it. You know what I mean? And I try to steer them away from this. And as far as all that wolfing and all that shit is for the birds, you know. But yeah, I see where you're coming from though, G, because I won't push that negativity here on social media, because I know there's a lot of youngsters that are influenced by older homies, and you know, older homies should be setting better examples. You know what I mean? And like I said, a lot of these youngsters are really easy to be influenced in going the wrong way. You know what I mean? It's my highlight to try to steer them the better way. But, you know, like I say to a lot of people that sign up with my program, I could take a horse to water, but I can't force it to drink. You know what I mean? So all I could do is give them advice. Whether they want to take it and run with it, hey, it's all good. You know, at the end of the day, they have to make that decision for themselves. What up, G? Ontario in the house. What's up, my G? You already know. Hey, shout out to Ohio. Okay, Ohio's in the house too. High Power Fitness. You and your wifey have a blessed day and week. Hey, gracias, Andrew Martinez. Yeah, that's my wife's. We Bonnie and Clyde, baby. We've been like that forever, 30 plus years. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button on your way in, everyone. Hey, that's what's up, my boy Adrian. Boy, looking out for my team member. See, that's what I'm saying. My team member got my back right here. Hey, Royal, what is your workout program called? Do you own a workout program? I have my own workout program, Z, and what I do is I create custom workouts for each individual, because every individual is going to be different, okay? And when I create your workouts, I'll come with videos, you know, demonstrating exactly how you're supposed to do the workout. They're going to come with the amount of repetitions you're supposed to do for every workout. And everything's going to be done on a digital format, okay? So you're not going to be there left guessing. The next time when you go back to that workout, you're going to know exactly where you left off at. My bench went up 150 pounds in in a month on peptides. Damn, G, shit. That's a lot. Be careful, G. You know what I mean? Because that's 150 pounds in 1 month on peptides. Peptides 157. I'm not sure what that is, G. I've heard of peptides. I hear a lot of people promoting those. But yeah, that seems like it's working for you. But like I said, sometimes things like that are too good they often become really bad to the body. So just I would get blood work done. You know what I mean? Make sure you stay up on your blood work, G. Thank you for the blueprint, coach. Best shape of my life, thanks to you. Oh, there's my boy right there. There's my team member right there, Jesse Hernandez. My boy, this is the only reason why I'm going to announce this on here is because you've given me permission. My boy, Jesse Hernandez, you guys go follow him on Instagram. My boy right there is legally blind. And he killed it. He has an amazing transformation. He's older than me. Okay, there's no excuse. My boy right there set the standards high for everybody right there. So anybody that has excuses, like I said in the past, they just like assholes, man. They all stink. My boy right there, Jesse Hernandez, I tip my hat to you, G. You already know he has an amazing physique, and we're taking it to the next level right there. He's been on my team for a minute now. Jesse Hernandez, hey, go follow him. Do you take TRT? What's TRT, dog? I think that's testosterone. I think no, I don't fiddle diddle, my G. If I had to, and the doctor said I needed to, I would, but I won't. You know what I mean? Because I just said yesterday in my other video, I had shoulder surgery. I had just recently had shoulder surgery done, and they were giving me a lot of hydrocodone and all these oxycodones, and I won't take them. You know what I mean? I got a gang of them saved up. I refuse to take them. And the reason I'm like this is because a while back I suffered with hepatitis C, you know what I mean? And I contracted that through dirty ink, getting artwork done when I was in the joint, So it's gone now, though. It's been out of my life for like about 7 years now. I went through a recovery thing of taking a medication that they gave me, and it worked. It was successful. But anyways, back to the shoulder surgery. So the doctor wanted to inject me with steroids. And I told him, nah, you ain't doing that. I'm cool. So yeah, no, I don't mess with that TRT stuff, G. I mean, from what I remember, man, a lot of people, it messes them up, G. You know what I mean? Why would you want to take the chance? BPC. Well, I'm not sure what BPC means. Trucking troquero. What's up, Jesse? Hey, that's I for an eye saying what's up to Jesse. That's what's up. BPC 157 is just for muscle repair. Okay, see, I'm not too familiar with those alternative supplements and all that. I'm old school, G. I'm more into eating clean and the basic nutrients that I grew up taking. You know what I'm saying? This modern day stuff, it's getting out of control. There's so much competition. It's really hard to determine what is good and what's not. The only thing I could say for anybody out there, if you're going to try anything, try it in moderate amounts. You know what I mean? Don't do what is labeled on the back of that prescription or whatever they're giving to you, because that may just be too much for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's better to just try a little bit at a time and work your way up to it and see, hey, if it works for you, hey, run it in. You know what I mean? I have nothing against that. You know what I mean? And people that choose to do that, I really don't. You know what I mean? To each his own. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get fucking jacked up, juiced up, get like Wes Watson. But that's probably what's going to happen when you're going to fucking flip your wig like Wes Watson and be gone. So, bro, I've heard of High Rocks. I heard and seen the workout. Looks intense. High Rock. I got to look into that, G, because I'm more into like hypertrophy, working out and strength training and stuff like that. I'm old school, you know what I mean? But I'm open-minded when it comes to anything where it involves improving your overall health. Hey, I'm all for it. You know what I mean? I'll give it a shot. Have I ever been through Oxnard, California? My G. Many times, my G. That's my hometown, bro. Shout out to the 805. Good people out there. Yeah, I've been through all over up north, G. You know what I mean? I do a lot of traveling. And when I like I said, I stop in any town. I don't feel unsafe or anything, because when I pull up with respect. You know what I mean? I don't pull up like if I'm trying to create or plant flags and all that, you know. And most people, I'm going to keep it real with you, G. I could pull up to just about any neighborhood, and a lot of the youngsters, they'll salute me with respect, because they don't know if I'm an older homie from their body or not. You know what I mean? They really don't. You know what I mean? They'll tell me, hey, what's up, OG? And hey, what's up, little homie? You know what I mean? That's the way I address people. It's just being respectful, G. You know, now if you come, try to come at homies sideways and shit, you're gonna get that same vibe back, you know. But yeah, I stop everywhere, G. Oxnard, all over the place. Tulare, Turlock. I've even been to a place over there on my way towards I think it was towards Turlock. There's a place out there that's it's kind of like Charlie Brown's, if you're familiar with Charlie Brown's in Little Rock, over there by Palmdale. Bomb place to go eat. That's good. You keep clients private. Yeah. That's good. You keep clients private. Oh, absolutely, G. I respect the privacy of every last one of my team members. They all know that, and there's a couple of them right here on the live right now too. Proud of you, Anthony. Keep it up. Okay, salud, Jesse Hernandez. All right, see, that's the other team member right there. How you meet bands? Hey, I'm gonna keep this real with you, G. You know what I mean? Hey, this might be a good place to let people know. Okay, so I don't know who that individual is. Okay, I was at an event that was being put together by my team member Julio Sanchez, Gotos, and I got a lot of recognition from people that I didn't know who they were. They recognized me through Instagram. This is where I first started my social media, was on Instagram. And this individual wanted to bust a flick with me. And the individual that I busted a flick with, he threw up two like this. It didn't mean nothing to me, you know what I mean? Because trust and belief, if it meant something, I would have said, hey, G, you can't be doing that, homie. You know what I mean? That's just the way I am. I would have never did that. He wanted to bust a flick with me, and that was it, because he recognized me through Instagram. And then people said, hey, you're taking a picture with the enemy. The enemy? Who the fuck's the enemy? And it turned out it was that dude Bands, right? I guess Bands had a rap battle against Mr. Lefty Gunplay. That's not my fight, you know what I mean? I'm not a rapper, you know what I'm saying? Lefty Gunplay, hey, much love and respect to Lefty. He did his thing. I hope to God he stays sober, you know what I mean? Hey, he's not buff, he's fat, but hey, he looks good. I'd rather see him fat than all twacked out. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing. And no matter how you look at it, the homie got a Grammy. Whether he fucking said 1, 2, 3, 4 words in there, he got a Grammy. You know what I mean? He made it. It is what it is. Give the homie his props. But as far as his rap, I really only probably like one song, his first song, that Boulevard Babies or something like that. Other than that, I don't know anything else. But yeah, I guess he had a feud. Well, anyways, back to Bands, man. I tend to ramble on a lot, people. You guys already know. Bands and him had some type of fucking feud, and Bands showed up in his neighborhood. And I actually don't know exactly where Bands went through, because they used to be a place that I used to travel through at one point in time, and there ain't nobody busting a grape right there, man. That was a nice part of fucking Bolin right there. It's like a lot of retired folks, you know what I mean? So yeah, he wasn't like over here, running amok. But yeah, I really don't know Bands other than that picture, G. You know what I'm saying? What up, gangster? Looking good. If that's for me, gracias, my boy. I appreciate it. Hill, bro, I'm in Manaz from India. India, huh? That's what's up, man. Hey, head man, he's met Bands through Gotos. Oh yeah. Well, see, look, who's that? Eye for an eye knows. That's how I met Bands, and I really didn't know who he was. You know what I mean? Hey, trust and believe. There's a lot of people that I meet, and I don't know who they are, but they know me from social media. You know what I mean? I feel bad that I don't, but I really don't keep up with the social media people that are on here. The only ones that the only ones that I really do keep up with are my team members. And of course, the people that I interact with right here on my channel, you know what I mean? But as far as like the public and all these other events and all that, I've been invited to a lot of events. It's like, I'm going to give you an example. Lefty, when he first came out, man, that dude was the guy, okay? And I was given backstage passes to go to his parties and all that more than once. And I bounced, you know what I mean? I was going to hang around to, go meet homie. To me, he's just another Vallero, you know what I'm saying? We're all people, you know what I mean? That's the way I look at people. So maybe that's why I don't really identify other people like I should, because when I see them on social media, to me, it's just another person on social media. Now, if I see that they're doing big things, I give them their props because it catches my attention, you know what I'm saying? But if it's just someone out there doing all this, you know what I mean? I don't really pay much attention to, you know what I mean? Keep on doing your thing. Truck and Troquero, TRT is good, bro, especially if you're older and for longevity. Okay, so there you go right there. TRT is good for that. See, I always thought TRT was steroids. Okay, so that's the only reason why I was frowning upon that, because I've always heard steroids fuck you up. You know what I mean? Stay away from diluted man. Okay, whoever that is. Message deleted. Trucking, yep, 40 plus. Okay, end up like Wes Watson with that roid. Okay, so there might be a difference. I don't know. TRT and roid rage, he's saying right here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know, G, but like I said, I don't mess with any of that stuff right there. I just try to eat healthy and live a good life. That's how I got my results. And I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. This ain't something that I just started last year. I've been doing this all my life. It's just I've mastered it now. I understand the science behind it, and there really is a science behind it. Okay, because you could go to the gym and you'll see these guys. They be yelling, grunting, and all that, and they're sloppy. You know what I mean? They can't come out their shirts. They look like a keg of beer with legs. You know what I mean? It just doesn't look good. It doesn't look appealing. You know what I mean? And then you get somebody like me that goes in there and lifts very lightweight, but has their nutrition dialed in and has a structured workout plan and does the bare minimum. I could come out my shirt and look proper. You know what I'm saying? And see, that's what I try to preach to people. There's a science behind this. You don't have to be extreme at the gym. Just be consistent. You have a consistent program with your nutrition dialed in, it's guaranteed to get results, okay? You just got to figure out what type of nutritional program is going to go with your workout program, because that does play a role, okay? You don't want to be doing too much work and not providing enough nutrition for your body, because you're just going to do more damage than good. That's why it's important to hire a coach, G. Or for that's for anybody, that it's important. Oxnard has the best fighters. We got hands on the 805. Hey, you know what? There's a lot of good fighters that came out of there. I mean, I've seen it through the MMA and stuff. You know what I mean? Shout out to the homie High Power Fitness. Hey, what's up, my boy? 510 right there. Hey, shout out right back to you, carnal. I don't think homie washed up, bro. I don't know who you saying is washed up, but yeah. How was Tulare? Tulare was it's different. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's different. It was a little bit slow for me. I actually stopped at that one individual's liquor store, Lolly's Liquors, because I was passing through. You know what I mean? And I remember he followed me, and I stopped there, and he offered me a bunch of stuff, but all I took was a water. You know what I mean? Because I don't drink. Neither does my wife. Oh no. Actually, what I did get from him, I think I got a Starbucks little thing from him. That was it. I'm 54 years old. Can I get in shape? You're 54, my G? I'm older than you. You could get in shape. Take a look at this guy right here. I'm older than you, G. And my team member, the one that's blind, he's what, 60, 61, I think? Yeah, he's up there. Shit, and he's in great shape. I am 47-year-old truck driver, out of shape, need help. What do I do? What do you do, Mr. Robert Galvan? You reach out to me, my G. Shoot me a DM or email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. I'll get you going, homie. Just starting is the hard part. That's the hardest part, G. But if you come in with the plan, it's that much easier, G. Robert Galvan sent High Power Fitness a message, highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. Oh, there it is right there. My boy right there. Eye for an eye. My boy is on it. Hey, gracias, homie. I really appreciate that. He put up my email right there. So if you want to get started, anybody wants to get started in your fitness journey, keep in mind, man, on my fitness program, I will finance you. I do in-house financing. I don't do no credit checks. I don't run no socials. I require just a small down payment just to cover my end, just in case if I send you my program and you decide to go ghost on me, it's covered for me. Because obviously I'm not a computer technician. Okay, I hired a company to put my program into a digital format. So once I send it out to you, it's considered a sale in their eye. And by me sending it out, they're going to get paid. I pay them monthly. Okay, so I am required to collect an initial down payment to cover the cost of them shipping it out. And then you come up with your payment plan. I don't put a price on you. I let you come up with a payment plan that works best for you, for each and every one of you. So it's going to be different. If you want to pay weekly or bi-weekly, that's fine with me. As long as you're able to pay the program before your 3 months is up, I'm cool with it. Okay, if you decide to bounce on me, you're going to lose the most valuable part of the program. That's going to be me, your teacher. Because with me, once you sign up with my program, you will have me as a coach for the rest of your life or my life. Even after the program is done, you could reach out to me and I will assist you in anything that you're struggling with, whether it be fitness or nutrition. That's what I do. So my time is the priceless part. That's where you would burn yourself if you decide to bounce on me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no. So I work with anybody. I don't turn away anybody, and I enjoy helping people change their lives. Will you ever put the gloves on with Chicano Tube or Cali Legend? You know what, my G? That friendly fade with Chicano Tube is out the door. If he would have reached out to me, we could have set something up, G. But not one time did he ever try to reach out to me. He's one of these guys on social media that believes that everybody watches him and shit. I really don't watch nobody, okay? There's a right way and a wrong way to reach out to me. As far as Cali Legends Media, I have nothing against Cali Legends. He's an old cat, you know what I mean? And I mean, if he came to me and swung on me, guaranteed I'm going to hit back. I don't give a fuck who it is, anybody. I don't give a fuck how old you are. You throw a punch, you better be able to take a punch. Straight up. That's just the way it is. But Chicano Tube, he won't ever get the gloves on with me. Nah, that friendly thing is out the door. He would have to put up a real big bag if he wanted me to put my ego and pride to the side to have a friendly fade with him. He done said way too much stuff about me, G, and it would look bad on me to even accept something like that because the things that he said where we come from, you know, are basically unforgivable. You know what I mean? And if you know, and I don't really want to get into this, G, but you know, the ones that are out here, the real ones that hear me, they know exactly what I'm talking about. You know, there's certain things that cannot be forgiven and like, oh, it's okay. You know what I mean? No, it just doesn't work that way, homies. High Power, do you have a website or just social? I do have a website, but I don't use it no more, G. It has my landing page and all that stuff, but I really don't use it because it wasn't really funneling any type of business to it. I mean, you'd get a lot of people that would do the clicking and looking and all that, but I do a lot of my funneling through this right here, through the social media. To me, this has been the most profitable funnel that I've used for generating business is right here on social media. But I mean, if you want to check it out, you know what I mean? It is there. But like I said, it's just it's a dead landing page. I heard them boundary lines out there in Cali are crucial. I don't know what boundary lines you're talking about, my G. Generation Mexican American are you? What generation Mexican American are you? I'm right here in Cali. I'm first generation, baby. Oh no, hell no, shit. I'm fucking like second or I think I'm probably like third generation, G. Straight up, man. Hey, that's what happens when you get old. You don't really think sometimes. It is what it is, you know. You know, I know. Yes, yeah, I do know him, Karan. Snapper, yes, I do. Tweet bird, time. I'm not sure what that means right there. Testosterone replacement therapy helps with older men. Hey, you know, I've been hearing that a lot, G, that TRT, and I believe you can get it prescribed by your doctors. You know, actually, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. When I travel to Vegas, they do a lot of promoting of that TRT shots and all that. So, but I don't know if it's legal. I know it's legal over there. I don't know if it's legal out here in California. It might be because you do see a lot of this stuff being promoted on social media. I usually just swipe away because it doesn't pertain to me. You know what I mean? If I ever need it, then maybe I might just have to hang up my shoes, you know what I mean, and call it a day. Fuck it. That must mean that, hey, I'm at that age to just blase. But what if the body gets used to it, then stops suddenly? I'm sure there'll be side effects. Yes, okay, see, bro, I want to end up in prison and live like this movie, Blood in Blood. No, you don't, G. You don't want to go to the joint, homie. Especially nowadays. It's kind of a little strange over there now. Things have changed. Do you believe in Jesus? Yes, sir. Here's the thing. When you start providing your body with supplements, it destroys your natural system that provides for your body, okay? Your body will become dependent upon it. And that's where you get all these side effects. That's why I don't like messing with, synthetic drugs and shit like that. Yeah, I have in the past when I was younger, not even synthetic drugs, just, how should I say, recreational drugs. But yeah. So anyways, TRT is a medical procedure for people who have chronically low testosterone. Okay, so Curry Pablo, you know what time it is, my G. Hey, my G right here, Curry Pablo, my boy from Canada. Hey, he's very educated when it comes to this nutritional science. We go back and forth, me and him, in a good way, but he's very educated with it. It's just there's a lot of things that I don't like to to elaborate on here. Let's just put it that way because people will start to speculate. You know what I mean? And I ain't trying to open up a new can of worms. You know what I mean? I got enough shit on my plate dealing with all these cholos, funny bunnies, and mashicas. You know what I mean? I don't need anything coming from the fitness world now. You know what I'm saying? Because there are those people too. Hey, you're on that juice. Oh, gee, I could tell. Shit, man, I've been working out all my life. You know what I mean? Oh, what's up? Oh, gee, my uncle and my mom are from El Monte. They grew up in Hicks. Oh, in the Hicks camp. Oh, that's what's up, my G. I probably know them, homie. Because you know we used to go at it with them, you know, when we were younger. Well, I really don't think they're kicking up dust anymore. They might be, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But back in the day, we were going at it with them. But I actually I used to do a lot of business with different audios, homie. I was a businessman back in the day too. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Hey, it's I don't know. It's high power Jesus Christ. Hey, that's what's up, my G. I won't contest that. You from New Zealand? Who's from New Zealand? Not me, my G. I'm from the city of Flores. Oh, I thought it was like pills or an injection. Okay, so I think you guys are having a conversation within this fucking comment section. Where do you live, dude? I don't know who you're talking about. I just said where I live. You only really need to work out 3 days a week max. 1 hour for gains. I used to work out 5 to 6 days a week overtraining. So look, papas, that you're right with that, G. Depending on what type of workout you used to do, those are usually more extreme workouts. You're hitting it a little bit harder. On the workouts that I do, G, I work out 6 days a week. I'll do, you know, push pull legs. So I basically hit the same muscle twice a week. I spread it out, and I don't go extreme, G. So I don't overtrain. But I understand where you're coming from because more than likely you do that old school workout. You know what I mean? And I used to work out that way when I was younger, man. That you could really go beast like that, G. But yeah, 3 days a week is all you need, because that's what I basically would do when I was younger too. Work out every other day. He's right about nutrition. Hit the like for the homie. Hey, yeah, that's what's up. Hey, Mando Castillo, my boy. You already know that Xochipilli life, like, baby. You already know. Hey, hit the like button, baby. It's, man, I just took a look up there. Hey, we're doing pretty good. We got 96 people in the house and 73 likes. That's what's up. Test and Retta and gym plus protein equals this is the way. Test, I'm familiar with test now because it's been coming up here a lot, but except for they were calling it TRT, I think. I think it's the same thing. Test and Retta. Retta, I have no idea what Retta is. The gym and protein. Hey, yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? Any enhancement drugs is going to get you on Sweezy, but you got to keep in mind, man, the easy way usually comes with side effects, G. That's just real talk. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up, Mr. Mando Castillo. Oh, okay. Eye for an eye. Is telling Mando Castillo. That's what's up. Yeah, Mando Castillo. That's my home. That's the homie right there. Xochipilli life, baby. You already know. Credit cards, Venmo, EBT. Hey, hey, I think I know what eye for an eye says. What do I take? I take it all, baby. I take EBT, Venmo, and all. Hey, it's all good in the hood, baby. Hey, you remember back in the day, the fucking stacks of stampillas, the tear them out of the thing, the food stamps? I used to call them foobers. Hey, I used to go to Nick's check cashing with the mouthful of candy. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about, man. And I used to bounce with a gang of stampillas from there. Hey, how that happened, I don't know. Somebody put something on my head right here. That's crazy. How do you do that, homie? Ooh, look at that. He sent the gift. Hey, that's crazy. How'd you do that? Do that again, homie. Do I get paid for that? Hey, that was some crazy shit. Who was that? Chung Lee? I don't know. I think it says something like that. That's crazy. I'm going to hop off the live now, brother. Much love and respect. My wife says, thank you for the vitamin D tips. Buenas noches, brother. Hey, Chino, buenas noches, carnal. Be safe. And you guys already know, man, much love and respect to you and all the real ones that surround you, homeboy. Hey, I'll see you on the next one, homie. Well, you know, during the week, we won't do lives. We might. You just never know with me. I vouch for High Power Fitness payment plan. He's a man of the word. There it is right there. One of my team members right there. Just vouch for me. Test will shrink your. That's what I heard right there, papas. Okay, you see, that's what I heard. That your fucking jewels will shrivel to where the sun don't shine. It's kind of like that movie Son-in-Law. You know what I mean? The one with Pauly Shore, where he tells that big old fat dude, "You need to stay off the juice, make your nuts shrivel." Or he said some shit. That shit was funny though. But anyways, yeah, yeah, that's what I heard too. Double cup vlogs. That's dedication. You said for the rest of your life. That's what's up. Oh yeah, hey, you just got to make it a lifestyle. Double cup. I think that's what the name says right there. Yeah, it just becomes a lifestyle. After that, it's smooth sailing. If you're referring to the working out, yeah. Long live Mexico, motherfucker. Okay, hey, that's what's up, man. Long live everybody, baby. You know what I mean? Shit. It is what it is, man. We got to live healthy and strong. You know what I'm saying? Are you committed to a living a healthy lifestyle? Absolutely. Day in, day out. Gee, I have to live healthy today, man. That way I can stay around a lot longer for my family for the years to come. Because my family was robbed of time with me because of my poor decisions in life. I was taken away and I did 3 terms, not counting the other stuff that I did as well. All the county time too. You know what I'm saying? James sent the gift, huh? Hey, what's up with all these gifts? Do I get paid for this or what? Send me a gift, baby. Shit. James sent the gift, huh? That's what's up. Hey, I don't know what that is, G, but hey, that's all good, man. I guess gifts are good, right? That's what's up, my boy James. I recognize you. I think that's James Carr. Yeah. Y'all double tap and sub. Stay frosty. That's what's up. Double tap. Sub, baby. Cali Legends is out of commission. Can barely walk. Wouldn't be fair. Yeah, hey, man. Pobrecito, man. I understand. He's one of them older cats that is fucking he still will never ever let go of his ego and pride, I didn't want to come at him the way I did, man, but I'm an older cat too, and I can only put up with so much. And when an individual's always going to take jabs at me, you know what I mean? I'm going to have to let back. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, And what I said about the individual, man, I wasn't making it up, because I do go to Whittier Boulevard a lot, and me and the wife would go out there and eat. And there's a place right there by Wells Fargo, across the street from the welfare office, Sophia's Tacos. Okay, and then I go to the churro guy right there and go get my cup of guarichi from him. I happened to be going down Whittier Boulevard that day, and I did see him, and he was sitting in a walker. You know what I mean? Whether it was his or not, but he has to own up to it because he was sitting in it. You know what I'm saying? And he is an older gentleman, and to me, he looks a lot older than what he really is. You know what I mean? I call it how I see it. You know what I'm saying? If I'm just gonna stay off that subject, but yeah, he's an older cat. I'm gonna leave it as that. But anyways. Orale, I appreciate your response, G. Absolutely, my G. If I miss anybody's questions or anything like that, especially the ones that are asking me questions about fitness or nutrition, hit me up on my Q&As, okay? I do Q&As Tuesdays and Thursdays on my Instagram. I also put up a Q&A here on YouTube. You got to touch the sticker. When you press the sticker, you can leave me a question. It will notify me of your question, and I will reply to you. Okay? So that's the way that works for you people that don't quite understand that, because I know a lot of you people say, how do I ask you a question? Tap that sticker, and it will let you reply to me. It will let you ask a question. That for those of you that didn't know, now you know. Okay? Modelo time. Is it Modelo time? She, my goodness. Hey, back in the day, it would be Bisto time all day, every day for me. But that was back in the day. I was doing way too much drinking. Modelos, Tecates. I've drank it all. Cisco's, Mad Dog 2020, Thunderbird, Night Train. I've drank it all. You know what I mean? Man, I'm. You know what? I'll bullshit aside. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys, man. I thought I was gonna die from cirrhosis of the liver. But yeah, I was saved. I was saved, man. I wasn't arrested. I was rescued, baby. That's the old phrase we used to use back in the day when we were younger. I don't know what they're using nowadays. I don't even think people are going to jail nowadays. They let them get away with everything. Did you grow up in the Klingermans? No, but I used to run the Klings all the time. Look, I'm going to tell you, this is something that if you come from during my time, there was a place off of Rush Street called the Terry Courts. That was like the little Klings. That place was a war zone back in the day. Okay, for those of you that don't know, there was a lot of Hell's Angels that used to live in my barrio. Not only that, there was even Monte Whitefits. So there's a lot of cats that didn't know that. But the clings were one thing, but the terry courts were another thing. The terry courts were actually really, really dangerous because you could only go in one way and there was one way out. That was it. The clings, you could go in there one way and find other ways out of there, okay? But in the terry courts, you were trapped. And there was, like I said, back in the day, there was a lot of Hells Angels, so there was a lot of shootings right there. You know, that was way back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, I didn't grow up in the cleans, G. But I basically, you could say that I did. Back in the day, we used to run the cleans, but then I was all over all over my neighborhood, from Zamora Park to Lake to fucking to the clings to Poinsettia, all over there. Cogswell, Dead End, Dotson. You know what I mean? That's the way it was back in the day. The homies, we never really stood in one spot. We were everywhere. You know what I mean? That's just what we did back in the day. Times have changed though. You know what I mean? Sock check. Hey, sock check, huh? You don't need TRT, man. You're doing good. Oh yeah, no. For me, I'm not fucking around with nothing like that, papas. If you were referring that to me, carnal, no, I'm not gonna do that. You know, you need depending on your testosterone blood. Well, you see, here's the thing, gentlemen, Mr. Troquero. I go get blood work quite often, okay? And all of my blood levels, all of my levels of everything is supposed to be exactly where they're supposed to be at. My doctor is in like whenever he does physicals on me, because he can't understand the age that I'm at and the report that I'm giving him. It's because I really do stay dialed in. I eat clean. I live a clean life. I stay away from negativity. I don't entertain it, even though you guys on here, social media, probably believe that I do entertain it. I get humor out of it. And humor is good for health, people. Just in case if you didn't know, humor, laughter, and all that is good for you. You know what I mean? It really does. Even going out, I was going to speak on something tomorrow on my yes indeeds. I'm going to call it my yes indeeds since a lot of people say that. Just a word of advice to any older people that are out here: go out on nature walks. That helps a lot with people that are older in our age, the ones that are suffering with health conditions. Do a lot of flexibility work. You don't have to go to a gym. Flex. Just start incorporating your muscles, using them, keep them alive, and go for walks out there in nature. And for those of you that have your grandparents and shit right there, go out there and take them for a walk. You know what I mean? They would love that companionship, and at the same time, you're giving them exercise that they don't look at as being exercise. Why? Because they're going to be strolling the park with their loved ones, with their grandchildren. So it's beneficial for them. Just a word to the wise, you know what I'm saying? I look out for people, man, because, hey, it really does play a very important role in improving your overall health, people. You know what I mean? You have to get out and get away from negative energy, because if you allow it to enter into your life and you trap it in you, you're going to explode, man. It's going to destroy your immune system. And like I said, like with me, I do my 7-mile run every Sunday, and I don't do it to lose weight. I do it for the tranquility of it, to get out there, to get a peace of mind. A lot of times, I don't even listen to the music. I like to listen to what's going on. I hear the people with the speedboats. You know what I mean? I hear the other people, and it's just really, really soothing. It brings down your mood. You know what I mean? Your train of thought and all that. Everything. It brings your clarity, your focus, and all that cognitivity on point. But anyways, people, I could go on rambling and rambling, because when it comes to overall health and fitness, that's my passion, man, and I really enjoy helping people. That's just what I love to do. Would you ever come to Arizona to visit? Arizona, my boy. I was just in Tombstone not too long ago. Tombstone. I think that's where Tombstone's at. I go to Arizona. G. Just keep an eye on my story. I travel everywhere. Okay, are you in a biker gang? I don't know if you're talking to me, my G, but I ain't no biker gang. No. Biker gang. Do I look like a biker? Nah, hey, but you know what? I know some I don't even like to consider them a gang, you know what I mean? But low key, they are in a sense, but they're like they're biker clubs, I guess they call them, motorcycle clubs. You know what I mean? I met some. I'm gonna keep it in a respectful way. When I was growing up and I heard of a certain individual club, these guys were different compared to the new guys that are on there, because now it's more of like a how should I say? Yeah, they still have that brotherhood, but it's more of like a union, like the Teamsters. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different it's a different feeling, I guess you could say. You know, that they carry behind that patch. At least that's what I see. I could be wrong. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I'm not from a biker club. You know what I mean? No, I'm not. I mean, hey, I love bikes, so you know what I mean. What the hell is just? I've heard people say that, but when I Google it, it gives confusing answers. What are you talking about? What the hell is just? I've heard. I don't know what you're talking about here. Double cup. Something about you Google it and it gets you confused. Yeah, yeah. You got to keep in mind, if you're asking something about fitness or nutrition, anytime you Google stuff, you're gonna get so many different answers. You know what I mean? That's why, like I said, it's very important to hire a coach that's been through the ground and pound and that understands the science behind this, because everybody's lifestyle, gender, you know what I mean, their age, their weight is going to play a factor in how they should put together a nutritional plan for themselves and an exercise plan. Not everybody, not the next person is going to be the same. You see what I'm saying? JCat. Double Cup said, JCat, were you a tagger? Me a tagger? Never a tagger. No. There wasn't even tagging when I was youngsters. And then when that tagging came about, you know what I mean? That was like, no, that ain't happening. You're gonna get in the hood, or that's it. Izzy C. I think that might have been one of my old team members right there, Izzy. Much love and respect to your husband. If that's you, Izzy, you already know. Her and her husband were part of my team. But yeah, so JCat. Yeah, JCat's just somebody that burnt the fuck out, if that's the question you're asking. First of all, okay, Mondo, my boy Mondo must be talking to somebody. 6 days a week for me, but the intensity is scaled for recovery. First of all, okay, damn. Theo, you're buff. Hey, I just got the bedroom physique, baby. You know what I mean? I just keep the maintenance up on it. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to get no. Actually, I'm trying to get up to 190 pounds. I'm stuck at 183.5. I can't bust that. I'm trying to get to 185. That's my pre-goal. My goal is 190. Once I hit 190, I'm gonna level off my nutrition and just stay right there. But yeah, so right now I'm at 183.5, man. You know what I mean? Maybe I need to make some changes, but I will. You know what I mean? But I want to do them correctly, because I don't want to gain bad gains. You know what I mean? I want to stay lean the way I am. I can vouch for a high power fitness payment plan. He's a man of his word. Hey, that's crazy. These questions, they must have fucking went down or something like that. Did I miss somebody over here? I thought I seen something right here. Hey, totally, $1.99. Hey, gracias, Kyle. $1.99. Somebody shot me $1.99, huh? That's what's up, man. Hey, all money's good money, baby. You know what I mean? Hey, shout out to New Mexico. Yeah, you know what's crazy about this right here, people? Hey, my bad. My phone, when I'm looking at the comments right here, it be going back and forth. It's like, what the fuck? I probably answered the same question more than once right here. I'm going to have to learn how to do this on the computer, people. That way, I believe it will be easier. You know what I mean? At least I think it will, because you guys got to keep in mind, I'm not computer savvy, baby. What's up, big dog? New to the channel. Hey, gracias, homie. Hey, you welcome to walk the motherfucking my YouTube yarda. You know what I mean? This is the YouTube yarda, baby. Just come with respect. That's all I ask, people. You're new, homie. Drugs did you take like that? What games are you from when you went through? What? What was that? Talk to us. What you went through? What drugs did you take like that? What games are you from? What games or what gangs are you from? I was only from one, my G, and I did everything and anything that was out there when I was younger. You're very handsome. I am a princess. You're in New Mexico. Okay, so I don't know if these questions are directed to me or not, because there's one that says you're very handsome. If that's for me, thank you. And if I'm from New Mexico, no, I'm not from New Mexico. Where prison you at? I'm not in no prison. I'm in my backyard. Nice fence. Gracias, Big Hazard. 13. Hey, Big Weasel, baby. That's my boy. That's one name I could say out there. That's good dude right there. He was doing all day. He actually took me under the wing when I ran into him. But yeah, good. Ruben is a troll. He's got a go mods. The fuck? Ruben's a troll, huh? Ruben, you fucking up, homie. My people are gonna get your ass. This cat may not be able to see all that shit, but hey, trust and believe. Check this out, man, real quick, man. I just want to give you guys a confession here, okay? Look, I'm going to have to confess to you guys, all right? You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, everybody comes on social media and has these little white lies. While me, for myself, this is my confession to all you guys. I'm going to come clean right now. Since we got 108 people right here in the pad, we got 111 likes. Killing it, baby. That's what I like, okay? So I was in denial. But I picked up a pair of glasses the other day. And man, I could see better. But these aren't my glasses, okay? I just picked them up. They were laying around in the house. I don't know where they came from, but they were in the house and I could actually read the stuff better. So I'm going to go to the eye doctor and get me some nice little glasses. So I'll come on here looking like the grandpa look and all that shit. Even though I'm not a grandpa, you know what I mean? I would be proud once I become a grandpa. But anyways, yeah, I'm not a grandpa yet. But I'm going to be getting those glasses, man, and that way I could read everybody's stuff right there. Do you believe Jesus is your Christ, Lord and Savior? Yeah, I think, man, we already came to that right here. Let me see. What's up, Houston? Jesus is God, okay. Do eye laser. Oh, eye laser. Does that really work? Because I've been hearing a lot about that. What up from New York? Hey, shout out to New York, baby. You know, I had one of my team members out there in New York. Man, I wish him well. I hope he's still out there watching me, but I know at one point in time he signed up with my program, and when he signed up, it was like a little bit late into his condition that he was suffering with. Yeah, but I'm hoping he's doing better. 50% chance of seeing. Okay, so the eye laser is good. Yeah, you can get the laser surgery. Okay, yeah, it does. Okay, so I'm gonna look into that. Wow, change the topic. Loke, is that Loke? Change the topic. Okay, so what topic do you want to talk about? Put a topic out there. What's your go-to cheat meal? Warichi. You know what I mean? I really don't have a cheat meal, G. You know what I mean? If you're asking me, I really don't have a cheat meal. Greetings from El Monte. Who's that right here from El Monte? Gee, my hometown right there, baby. Navarrete. That's right, Jesus Navarrete. I sends mine. You already know my boy. Go pick us up some Tito de empanadas. All right, all right, now Salinas is in the house. Monterey County, 93905. We send ours in full blast. Much love, respect, and blessing to all. Yay, yay. Hey, you already know, my G. Much love and respect to you and all the real ones that surround you, my G. You know, this cat right here, OG, I don't discriminate. That's all my gente. I got love for all my gente. You know what I mean? As long as you come at me with respect, you're going to get respect. You know what I'm saying? Burpees, baby. Burpees. We could do burpees all day, baby. Trust and believe. If you guys are familiar with the Burpee King, that's my boy. Ask him himself. He knows this OG right here. Do some burpees. I've even taught the Burpee King a couple of burpee routines. Straight up. I had eye laser surgery done, and it was good for a few. Oh, so it's only good for a few years? Well, shit, I'm already up there in age, so maybe I just get it done every few years, right? Think that'll work? What dumbbell exercises did you do for rear delts? I do like the reverse flies and stuff like that. I do overhead shoulder presses. That's what I do for mine, G. You know what I mean? I'll bend over at the waist and do some really light flies like this backwards. You could take a look at my shorts that I put up in the morning. I demonstrate the workouts that I do right there. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'll do some tomorrow morning on my shorts, demonstrating my rear delts. Good afternoon from Elliot and Santa Anita. My boy, Elliot and Santa Anita, huh? That's what's up, my G. I'm already knowing my boy. Salute from Hawaii. Hawaii's in the house too. Sleepy time videos. Are you in America? Well, I think I am. The last I checked, that was. How old are you? Are you on any gear? Have you been in jail? I don't know if you were asking me, G, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of obvious. I've been to the joint more than once. Well, I've been to the joint, obviously, or been busted. I mean, you could tell the difference from shop tattoos and, you know, tattoos that you got behind them walls. You know what I mean? You don't eat carne asada, burrito? Oh my God! I don't know if you're referring to me, papas. I just ate. Let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you what I had earlier, G. I had 17 ounces of steak, carne asada. 17 ounces of steak. I had 2 ounces of onion diced up with that. I had 2 cups of egg whites. Mixed it all together after I had smoked the carne asada as a steak, homie. Diced it up, cooked it all together, and made burritos with that. So that's what I had earlier, G. That right there was 1,200 calories. Because like I said, I'm doing an OMAD diet right now. I'm trying something different. It gives you a different build. Okay. I actually enjoy it, but I actually like to eat a lot all day. So I like to really go back to my old ways, and I usually eat like 5 times a day. My old way where I count macros and shit like that, I eat at my first meals at 3:30 in the morning, 3:30, 7:30, 11:30, 3:30, and 7:30 at night. I do that. You know what I mean? That's how I first started my fitness journey. But right now I'm on the intermittent fasting, which is a 24-hour fast, and eating the OMAD. But with my OMAD, I'm cutting out all my carbs. If I do incorporate any carbs, it comes from leafy greens or vegetables. And the tortillas that I use, they're called health wellness ones. Get them from Walmart. I get the spinach ones. They're really good. They're really good for you. And they have like 10 grams of protein and maybe like 15 grams of carbs and maybe a half a gram of fat. They're really good for you. How many days a week do you work out, G? I work out 6 days a week if you're asking me, G. Boyle Heights in the house. See, that's what's up. Boyle Heights in the house. Hey, what's up with that Stero's restaurant, baby? They closed down a long time ago, huh? Did you ever have the V shape? If you're asking me, G, I got the V shape. He's 55, G. Oh, that's what's up. Hey, eye for an eye, baby. You already know, huh? Shit. Hey, eye for an eye just said, yeah, he's 55, huh? Yeah, I feel like I'm 35. But yeah, I'm 55. American, baby. Okay. Duds, they're literally an ICE agent standing behind you looking over the fence. Oh, dude, there's literally an ICE agent. No, you know what? I think that might be my tendon right there, G. He might be 459ing. If you guys know what 459ing is, you know what I mean? You know the penal codes. You know, a lot of people tend to 459. I'm going to tell you, let me put you guys up on a little game here, people. When you think nobody's listening, there's always someone listening. And when you think no one's watching you, there will always be somebody watching you. It is what it is. You know what I mean? That's just wandering eyes and fucking evading ears. And with these ones right here, baby, I can hear everybody. So anyways, yeah, I did hear somebody pull up behind me. Do you eat fruit? Yeah, I eat fruit, G. Not a whole lot. Back in the day, I used to eat a lot of fruit. You know what I mean? After every workout, especially right there at Leg Lake. The old man that runs the fruit stand right there, that's my boy right there. He'll hook me up. I'd give me a couple bags of the coconut water while I was working out. This is when I was driving. I'd go over there and then he'd hook me a big old fucking plate of fruit, man. He'd give me love right there, man. But I wouldn't put all that fucking salty shit on there though. You know what I mean? Just lemon with a little bit of salt, not the tahini and all that. Nah, I'm cool with all that. But yeah, hit the like, subscribe, and the notification button to help support the High Power Fitness channel. You already know, my G. That's what's up, Adrian, my boy. What's up, brother? Much love from Paris, California. H. Hey, what the fuck was his name again? I can't think of his name. Man, he came out on Jose Luis. I did time with him. He was from Lake Paris. Man, I can't think of his name. That shit was funny. I was watching Jose Luis one morning, and I seen this fucking fool. I said, what the fuck? That fool? I was busting with that fool right there. But he was from Lake Paris, my boy. If you know, you know. Oh, man, I can't think of his name. That fool was crazy, fool. He was out the fucking hook. Yeah. Do you eat bird for dinner? Hey, I eat whatever's good, homie. You know what I'm saying? Oh, gee, what age did you go full time into fitness? You know, I'm going to keep it real with you, G. I've been doing fitness all my life, but as far as really dialing it in, it's been these past 3 years. That's when I really decided to, take it really serious, and this is my life, my passion. It's been my life, but I had a lot of stints in my life that set me back. You know what I mean? And this is one thing that's always kept me aligned with keeping me going is working out. You know what I mean? Because I've did a lot when it came to working out, even like going through school and all that shit. But these past 3 years is when I had really taken it serious and really got the studying and putting it all down and coming up with my online coaching. It's been like about three years and some change now. You know what I mean? And this is my life, my passion. This is my full-time job. This is what I do now. I was able to stop truck driving and do this full-time now. So this is what I do, people. That's why I say, if you guys ever need help getting started, man, I look out for everybody and anybody that signs up with my program. I'll work with you on financing. You know what I mean? I'm not going to fucking just you're not going to get your hand shook and your money took. You know what I mean? You will have me as a coach 100%. You'll have my direct number. communication at any given time of day. Whenever you're struggling with anything, I'll go over details on everything, how it works, and set everything up with you. That way you get started. And then another thing, what I do too is I give you like a grace window where you could get, familiar with the app. That way you don't get fucking discouraged and say, fuck, man, I can't figure this out. Because, some people ain't really that computer savvy. But if this cat could do it, you guys could do it. You know what I'm saying? Finished a 7-year bid in Angela. Been out 8 months now. Hey, that's what's up, my G. Keep striving and trust and believe, my G. Don't get too comfortable with your surroundings, G, because it's so easy to get snatched back up. Trust and believe. From experience, I've done it myself. You know what I mean? I got 3 terms, and I thought every time that I got out that I would just be better at cheating the system, getting over on the law. But if you're going to keep on fiddle diddling, it'll catch up to you. You know what I mean? What it is you just learn to stay out a little bit longer, but eventually you get comfortable and you get caught slipping and you gone. You know what I mean? I walked 6,000 steps. Took me an hour, but I'm fat. Hey, it's all good, my G. At least you're not fucking just sitting there eating fucking zooms and wham-whams. You know what I mean? At least you're getting your walk on, baby. You know what I mean? That's all that counts, homie. How many sets of pull-ups and dips can you do? Like I said in my video the other day, G, because I did my shoulder surgery, I got to be really careful with the dips right now because there's a really tight discomfort in it. I don't know if it's normal. I need to ask the doctor. I think it is because they tied together my tendon. Because my tendon was totally severed from here. Because one time I used to own a pallet business. And in my pallet business, the way I used to hustle and bustle, I wasn't fortunate enough to have a forklift, homie. I was that forklift. And I used to get them pallets and throw them up like 20 high up onto my truck. I was a hustler. And my paisas, I tip my hat to them. Then they showed me a lot about that pallet business. Much love and respect to them. That's why for anybody that tries to say I down talk on paisas, fuck no, man. I got love for my paisas. Those were my best workers right there. They put me up on game in that pallet business. And that pallet business is one of the hardest business you could get into by hands down. Real shit. But as far as like pull-ups, I do like 12 reps in a set. I do like 5 sets. You know what I mean? I really don't try to go to doing too many. Dips, I haven't really did them that much for a while, G. What do you think about Cesar Chavez? I don't, you know what I mean? That fool's been gone forever, so I really don't have education about him. I don't know nothing about him, so I'm not going to speak on him. And, he's not here to defend himself, so I'll stay away from that topic. I know the accusations that are said. No matter how you look at it, they're fucked up. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But at the end of the day, there's pros and cons about everything. Reflection in sunglasses tell where you are. Where am I, baby? I'm in my backyard. It's all good. You want to see my other glasses? Check it out. What about these ones? Look like a professor, huh? It's all good, man. Hey, what the fuck? I've been on here for an hour and 17 minutes. My battery looks a little bit low right here. But anyways, how did you stay sane and didn't become institutionalized? I'm going to tell you, I stood sane. I had a purpose. I had a purpose to come home to. I had a wife. I have a wife that loves me, dear, and I have my kids that love me and never gave up on me, G. That's what kept me sane. But I know when I was doing time behind them walls, I couldn't devote my thoughts to living on outside of the walls because I had to live and survive in there. But I was going to survive, and I did survive because I had a purpose to live for out here in the streets. And that's what I do today. I live my best life. I don't let people interfere with my life. I don't let people dictate my life. I'm not going to let people plant seeds in my head and say that I'm doing something wrong when all I'm getting out of what I'm doing is positive and everything that I'm doing is opening up doors and better opportunities for me. So, yeah, I had a purpose in life, G. That's what kept me sane. You know what I'm saying? If that question was directed to me, Samuel Ponce, that's why I dealt with it, my G. How long have you spent in jail? Too long, G. 1 day's too long. You know what I'm saying? That's what I tell everybody. That's awesome. Old school. Much respect, sir. 64 Impala. Hey, I love 64s. Actually had a super sport way back in the day. Way back in the day. What about depression? Are you there for us about that? Hey, if I could help a person that's suffering with depression, my G, I would guarantee be there to give them a shoulder to lean on, man. Straight up, you know what I mean? Because anybody that is man enough to or woman enough to reach out for help, you should give them that undivided attention and pay attention and listen to them, because believe it or not, there's some people that don't reach out, man. Pay attention to signs of people that are struggling with things in life, man. Tell somebody hi. You know what I mean? Tell them thank you. Give them a compliment. That compliment may change the way they project life for the rest of their life. You just never know. And I say this from experience. You know what I'm saying? I have a health question for you. I never go to the doctor. I haven't felt well in a very long time. They did a bunch of tests. My vitamin D is very, very low. Any suggestions for me? Yes. You should be taking at least 10,000 units of vitamin D per day. I would consider getting out there and getting sunlight. That's where you get some of the best vitamin D. Get to the doctor, G, and see what they tell you. I'm not a doctor, but I know vitamin D is very important, and you have to take it with vitamin K. There's such thing as overindulging in vitamin D, but you would have to take an absolute lot to do that, So, but at the end of the day, I'm not giving you medical advice because I am not a doctor. Seek help from your physician, your primary doctor, or your caretaker, or whoever it is, and see what they have to say. You know what I mean? Because yeah, you absolutely need to get that checked on, G. My father did over 30 years in jail and prison. He said upstate is easier time than county. It is, G. It really is. If your pops did over 30 years, he came from doing time when I was doing time, G. Yeah, take vitamin D and K2. See right here, look, right here, Jade Alice already said take vitamin D with K2. Absolutely. It will change your life. It's a must, G. But like I said, go tap in with your doctor. Talk to your GP. Get diagnosed by hospital. Exactly. There's a lot of guys out here. Hey, I appreciate the help from you guys, man. But yeah, health is very important, people. You know what I mean? If you feel any change in your lifestyle, don't brush it off like if it's just a glitch. You know what I mean? You're not a fucking computer where you could go out and buy a part. You know what I'm saying? Go get it checked on. You know what I'm saying? Because that minor little glitch could stem into something major, and it's something that could be prevented. You know what I'm saying? Sun, and there it is right there. That's just what I said. Sun is the best source of vitamin D that you could get, but you will not get enough vitamin D through the sun. You know what I mean? You need at least, I believe, something like 10,000 IUs per day of vitamin D, but you got to incorporate the vitamin K2 as well. What's the best Raza movie in your opinion? It all depends what Raza movie you talking about, my G. You know what I mean? Because Raza played in a lot of different movies. They played in movies from Colors to fucking to Friday. You know what I mean? To the Paisa movies. Right on, guys. Gracias. I appreciate you all. Cardenas. Okay, damn, Salinas, laughing my ass off. I'm from Salinas, haha. That's right. Hey, but you know what? Hey, anybody that comes on here, man, all I ask for you guys is just to keep it respectful, because with me, I really don't care what area you're from. We're all gente, and we're all here to show love to one another. You know what I mean? And I mean that in the most respectful way, people. Yeah, but these days, cloudy winter days are driving vitamin D deficiency. I don't know where you're from, G, but in California, there's sunshine already. Hey, yesterday was the first day of spring. It feels like summer. So, but that does play a role, like for the people in Alaska and all that. Yes, you have to take vitamin D supplements. Okay, yes, absolutely. I spent 36 years in Pelican Bay State Prison. Damn, that's a long time. Gee, how old are you, my boy? What are you, like in your 60s? Yeah, my workout today, and had my fruits, having some steak and veggies for dinner. Hey, that's good right there, my G. Your workout is good. The fruits and all that, you got to keep in mind, some fruits tend to have a lot of carbohydrates, Pablo. So be careful, depending on if you're suffering with, if you're diabetic and all that, you got to be careful which fruits you eat. You know what I mean? So I'm on the northeast coast. Okay, so I could see where you're saying, homie, there's a lot of clouds. So you would just find yourself some good vitamin D supplements. You know what I mean? And start taking those with vitamin K2. But before you go, like I said, make any change in your overall nutrition, check with your doctor. You know what I mean? Check with your dietitian. Always very important. You know what I mean? Because like I said, everybody's body is going to be different, and it's very important to get blood work done. Very important. You know what I mean? Just to see where your levels are. How old are you? I'm 55, G. If you were asking me, drink Sunny D. That really helps. Oh, you know what, G? I'm gonna keep it real with you. I got real sick off of drinking Sunny D when I was a kid, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why I did is because that's all I used to drink. Man, it was damaging my kidneys and shit. Man, I went to the hospital on that stuff, to Greater Armani Hospital. I used to drink like a gallon of that a day. I wasn't even drinking no water, but I was young. It is what it is. Very respectful, Cardinal. That's right. That's right. Yeah, you know what? I don't know about that one, homie. Do you eat healthy? If you're talking to me, I eat healthy every day. Hey, don't look in his 60s. He doesn't look in his 60s. Okay. Hey, gracias if you're talking to me. Eggs are a great source of vitamin D2. Absolutely. Eggs are good. A lot of people, they have a bad rap of saying about high cholesterol, but nah. 80,000 BTUs. 80,000, I think that's quite high, G. But I was more under the impression like 10,000 IUs a day. BTUs, I think that's the way they abbreviate it, vitamin D per day. But like I said, at the end of the day, for anybody out here, just go and check it out. You know what I mean? Check with your doctors first. Ignore the haters, my man. Absolutely, G. 68 years old. Okay, I eat eggs in the morning because they keep me full, so I don't end up eating truck stop food. Hey, smart man right there. For anybody that's trying to avoid them, the loncheras, the lunch trucks, the quick go-tos, incorporate only if you're in some decent condition. You know what I mean? Incorporate your proteins with quality protein and quality fats. It's gonna keep you it'll keep you sustained until your next meal. You know what I mean? It'll keep you satisfied, your stomach. So me personally, what I do is I'm pretty disciplined, but when I eat, I tend to eat a lot of leafy greens. It creates volume inside of your stomach. You know what I mean? So that's what I do too as well. Especially if I'm going to go eat like at a smorgasbord or something like that, a buffet. Vitamin D along with K2. Okay. Hey, gentlemen, you know what, man? We've been on here for an hour and 26 minutes, man. We got 107 people. Just went down to 144 likes. I appreciate every last one of you that donated. It looks like somebody donated something altogether like $22.29. Much love and respect to everybody, man. Like I said, man, my confession for the day today is I do need to get me some glasses. These aren't my glasses, but I'm going to get some. And once I get them, I'm going to be reading all you guys' stuff, man. Straight up. But yeah, so it's Sunday, people. I really appreciate every last one of you guys that pulled up to this live, man. I'm very honored to have the audience that I've had, and I'm going to keep on doing these lives. So far, it seems like this weekend rendezvous seems like it's working pretty good. I have something other in the making. I usually do yes indeeds. I may come up with a different system on the way I do my yes indeeds. How I always say yes indeed, I am back. You know what I mean? I don't talk about it. It'll be about it as a fitness channel with a twist. I may start doing that, but in a live formation. Let me know if you guys want me to do this. Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys now. Instead of me doing videos and dropping them like that, I could actually do a live formation. But the thing is, I won't be able to stop and ask questions and answer questions. If you have any questions or anything like that, go to my Q&As on Tuesdays and Thursdays, because I don't want to sit here for hours every day. So what I want to do is go in there and do my yes indeed, but do it in a live format. 10, 15 minutes, and then ya estuvo. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if you guys would prefer me to do that or just keep on just dropping the content like that, because me personally, I enjoy this live stuff right here because I could interact with you guys and we could touch on different topics. You know what I mean? We could be open about this. We don't have to follow the same bullshit that goes on with all these fucking individuals. And we all know what we're talking about. They all piggyback off of one another. And I am not part of that crew. No matter how anybody tries to say I am not. I did it for content purposes at the beginning. It was a business strategy, the way I ran my channel. And I did it so I could gain traction. I found my own lane and I'm running with it and I'm staying with it. I'm not changing for nobody. But yeah, hey, I appreciate that. Cooter Street, baby. That's what's up. $1.99, baby. I appreciate that very much, man. All the super chats, the little stickers or your gifts and all that. I appreciate every last one of them, people. But yeah, so let me know if that would be a good idea to do something like that. If not, I'll just keep on dropping the yes indeeds. Me personally, like I said, I enjoy these lives, man, because I'm able to interact with everybody. Girl, tube call shit. Okay. Cooter stank. Okay. Hey, man, this stuff never ends, does it? Hey, man, it gets active right here. Activo, baby, I'm telling you. It's all good, though. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, cooter stank. Laugh out loud. I don't you, hey, see, I'm a type of person that doesn't know how to stop drinking my Warichi. But when I get right here chopping it up with you guys, look, here I go again. The motherfucking rambler, baby. This is what I do. It is what it is. But, yes, I should have been done with this coffee already. Yes, I'm drinking a Cadillac, baby. 0 sugar, French vanilla, 4 teaspoons, which is equal to 2 tablespoons. PJ Pure, 1 teaspoon. It's considered like stevia, monk fruit. 1 teaspoon leveled off. 2 teaspoons of instant Folgers. That's what I do. Every fix. It's my Cadillac. Bombay, baby. All day, every day. So this is equivalent to 2 cups. But anyways, I know I went rambling on, people. But if you guys got to get started in your fitness journey, you already know right here. Hit me up, baby. High Power Fitness. Shit, man. Come on. You could either DM me, High Power Fitness, high_power_fitness_, or you could email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com, baby. There ain't nothing to it but to do it. Don't talk about it. Be about it. You already know, baby. Hey, much love and respect to everybody, man. The Rambler has to go, baby. It is what it is. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Tomorrow, back on the grind. Grind time, baby.
Answer the Wes Watson question.
What did it say?
Oh, they're off there, my
No, they're not.
They want to know if you associate Wes Watson or you're a client.
Oh, okay. Real quick, before I bounce. Mr. Wes Watson, was I ever one of his clients? Hell no. But I do have a family member that was part of his team. Okay, as far as myself, no. That fool, from day one when I seen him, I knew he was bullshit. He was talking out the side of his neck. Why? Because I done time behind them walls. Ain't nobody talking in that tone of manner to anybody. I'm not part of his team. My program does not consist of his program. Yeah. But I do, like I said, I have a team member, not a team member, a family member that was part of his program. And he had a lot of people fucking food. And, you know, I would bring a name out here that would probably hurt a lot of people's feelings at the beginning when they first seen this cat. They actually supported Wes Watson because they thought he was a real one. And I was thinking, nah, you don't talk like that in there. You would get fucking whacked. No. But no, as far as Wes Watson, no affiliation. No. Were you ever a client? Never. Were you ever a client of Wes Watson, OG? Never, ever, my G. I've created my program from the ground up. I went through the struggle. No one helped me out with it, G. I got to where I'm at today by not throwing in the towel. I made a goal for myself. I conquered it. I made another goal. I conquered it. And I'm where I'm at today. I was able to put away my truck driving shoes, my truck driving boots, and do this full time, G. It was a mission. Trust and believe. Every day is a mission. But I don't give up. You know what I mean? And that's something I highly recommend to everybody in life. No matter what goal you set out for yourself, just don't set it off too far in the horizon, because what happens when you do something like that, a lot of us are impatient and we expect results way too fast. We expect things to happen too fast. And then when they don't happen in a timely manner, you get discouraged. And then what we end up doing is taking the path of less resistance. And that path of less resistance, it doesn't have a bright future to it. Why? Because I've taken that path many times in my life and it landed me behind them walls. It robbed my family from my time with them because of the decisions that I made. But anyways, I rambled on, and that's what this cat does. But yeah, the answer to your question, I was never part of his program. And no, I was never affiliated with him. My program was built by yours truly right here. I went through the ground and pound, baby. But anyways, get up and get yours. Enjoy. This is it, baby. Talk to you guys soon. Much love and respect to you, everybody that showed up, and all the real ones. You guys already know, man. Tomorrow, Monday morning, grind time. Let's do it.